the rain never stopped in Forks, Washington. The clouds hung heavy, blanketing the small town in permanent dusk. Bella Swan had grown used to the gloom, but lately the darkness felt different, almost alive. She first noticed it when she walked into biology class and saw Edward Cullen staring at her, not with the usual hunger or adoration she had come to expect, but with fear. His golden eyes were darker than usual, as if reflecting something she couldn't see. "Bella," he whispered, voice low enough so no one else could hear. "You need to stay away from me, from all of us." She frowned. "You've said that before, but I'm not afraid." Edward leaned closer, his jaw tense. "You should be. There's something out there that even we fear." That night, Bella dreamed of the forest. Except it wasn't the forest she knew. The trees stretched impossibly high, their bark pitch black, their branches tangled into claw-like fingers. From the shadows, a figure emerged. Not Edward, not Jacob, but something that carried both their voices at once. "Choose," it hissed, "or both will fall." When Bella woke, her window was wide open, her room colder than ice. Days later, Jacob showed up at her house, restless, his skin burning with fever. He avoided her eyes as he muttered, "The pack's been tracking something, not vampire, not wolf, something older." Her heart clenched. "Older than vampires?" He nodded grimly. "A shadow that feeds on them." That evening, Bella went to the Cullens' house. For once, the immortal family wasn't calm or graceful. They were gathered in the living room like soldiers before a battle. Carlyle's face was grave. "It's called an umbra," he explained. "A hunter born from the first night, darkness given form. It drains immortals of their essence and leaves only silence behind. We thought they were myths." Edward's hand tightened around Bella's. "But it's here, and it wants her." The umbra came at midnight. The sky above Forks seemed to ripple, as though the night itself was peeling open. From the forest line, shadows oozed into the clearing, shifting, twisting, pulling into a humanoid figure with eyes like burning voids. Bella felt her chest constrict. The creature didn't move toward the Cullens or the wolves. It moved toward her. Edward stepped in front, fangs bared. Jacob shifted, fur bristling, a low growl shaking the earth. But the umbra didn't strike. Instead, it spoke, and its voice was her own. "Bella Swan, you do not belong to them. You belong to the night." The Cullens froze. The wolves hesitated. Even Edward looked shaken. Bella's hands trembled, but somewhere deep inside she understood. The dreams, the cold, the way shadows clung to her since she arrived in Forks. She wasn't just drawn to this world. She was part of it. Her voice wavered, but she asked, "What do you want from me?" The umbra tilted its head. "To awaken, to remember." And then Bella saw it, visions flashing behind her eyes. A girl, centuries ago, standing in a field of dying sunlight, the umbra beside her, not as a monster, but as a companion. She wasn't just human, she was a vessel, a reincarnation. Edward shouted her name, but Bella didn't move. She stepped forward. One step, then another. The umbra's shadow stretched toward her, curling like smoke around her wrists. Her heart raced. She realized she had two choices: cling to her fragile human love story, or embrace the darkness that had always been hers. The last thing Forks saw that night was Bella Swan, standing in the clearing, her eyes no longer human, no longer brown, but black as midnight, glowing faintly with power. And when she finally spoke, her voice carried two tones, human and shadow entwined. Twilight was never their story. It was mine.